This is the Overwatch 2 Season 2 mid-season mega balance patch that doesn't fix Roadhog. Okay, let's get stuck into this. So in this video, we're going to cover the shop because that's everyone's favorite subject. We're going to look at the new hero balance changes, and we're going to take a quick look at the way Battle for Olympus will work, because it's actually, on the face of it, quite an interesting game mode. Okay, let's get stuck into these balance changes because it is the mid-season balance patch, which, as we all know now, we only really get a patch at the start of a season and in the middle of the season, which is meant to correct a lot of issues. Although we did get a sort of hotfix patch at the start of this season because the patch was so terrible to begin with. So at least they do react sometimes. We've got some little minor updates here. So career profile, game reports for completed matches in the history tab will stay persistent across sessions and reset between patches rather than every session. I like that. Good job. We've also got a very minor sort of change to competitive play. So firstly, the 2023 season of competitive Capture the Flag begins on January the 10th, which is fine. Also, there's a very minor update to the competitive play loading screen. However, competitive it's literally in the worst state it's ever been in the game's entire lifespan. I mean, if we just ignore the fact it doesn't really reward you for playing competitive anymore because of the way they handle the ranks and all of that stuff, it actually, the matchmaker is so bad, it forms games that you either win or lose. Now, okay, that sounds fine, doesn't it? Well, yeah, someone needs to win or lose a game, but it's the way it does it. It's so one-sided. You either destroy the enemy team or they destroy you. Now, this isn't good for anybody. This isn't great for the people who are destroying the enemy because it's just too easy. It's not great for the people getting destroyed. But what this tends to do is increase the amount of levers in the game. I've noticed there's a hell of a lot of levers recently because you get spawn camped. No one wants that. They just leave the game. Yeah, okay, there is a chance that you might turn things around, and sometimes it is just a compositional issue, right? You know, maybe you don't have a hit scan on your team and the enemy's got Farah, Echo, and Mercy or whatever, and they're just absolutely destroying your team, and you can't do anything about it, and okay, you lose because of that. It's not a skill gap difference. But I've been seeing this happening a hell of a lot, and I've actually been working on a video which is just sort of compiling my own anecdotal evidence together of what's been happening in the games I've been playing. And it very much is. You destroy the enemy or you get destroyed. But yeah, do let me know in the comments below how you guys have been dealing with competitive play, because I think Overwatch is actually driving people away from the game because its matchmaker is so bad, which is a bit of a shame because the game is actually pretty fun when you start playing it, but the matchmaker, whoever is involved in working on that, what the hell is going on there, I do not know. These are the hero updates. So to begin with, we've got Junker Queen. Now, this was sort of hailed as a insane change by the lead balance dev. Now, this is what they've done, and it actually is quite insane, the change here. So firstly, Adrenaline Rush, this is the passive, now heals for the remaining wound damage when, and this is the crucial thing, an enemy dies with wounds on them. So if you apply wounds to a target and then they die, so if you throw Gracie through a target, for example, so you throw your dagger at them, it hits them, it applies wounds to them, you're going to get healed off that. But if they die, you don't, because they're dead. Now, though, you will get the wounds that will still keep coming back to you in terms of healing. That means Junker Queen will be slightly more tanky, which is good for Junker Queen. This is the big one. Carnage, which is the massive axe when you swing it, cooldown is now reduced by 2 seconds for each enemy it hits. Now, what this is doing here is straight up Blizzard saying, look, to play Junker Queen, you need to just rush into the enemy. Literally no brain into the enemy. And I've got to be honest, guys, this is basically how you play almost all of the tanks. If you're playing Reinhardt, if you're playing Junker Queen, if you're playing Orisa, whatever, you just ignore the enemy tank and you run into the enemy team. You want to get into them like DPS or get into their backline. That's all you want to do every game. It's so effective. It's absolutely crazy. And we're not even going to talk about the Orisa buff because, well, I mean, I've made a video on it, but the Orisa buff is so insane. The fact that her fall-off range has been effectively, well, I always get this confused, but a fall-off range, I want to say increased, but I think that's wrong. It's been decreased. Basically, she can do more damage at longer range. That's the way I'm going to get out of this because it really confuses my brain for some reason. Anyway, yeah, Carnage. If you now hit a target, every target it hits, 2 seconds reduction on cooldown. This means that if you just smash a load of targets, you're going to be able to just keep hitting them with the axe. That's going to be massive damage at close range. So this is actually a change which is saying, look, get in there with Junker Queen and start spamming Carnage into targets. But even if it's just against one target, it's still a 2-second reduction of the cooldown, which is massive. Jagged Blade, this is what I keep calling Gracie, because that's what it's called. It's Gracie. It's the best thing ever. So this is kind of a bit of a nerf, maybe. It's this Blizzard thing of redistributing power in the hero's kit. So Jagged Blade, thrown impact damage reduced from 80 to 50. That's actually a pretty big nerf in my opinion, because she had an 80 damage nuke. She could throw that into someone, it would hit them for 80 damage. Now it's only going to hit them for 50. I think this is a bit of a nerf. Anyway, this is what you get to make up for that. Thrown direct impacts now add a 30 damage wound to the stuck target. Stacks with wounds caused by quick melee or returning jagged blade hits. So you can see what they've done here. They've give you more damage over time, but reduced your initial burst damage. I think the burst damage is more powerful here, but we're going to have to wait and see. But the big thing here with Junker Queen is Carnage is now going to be absolutely... is going to be carnage. You're just going to be able to keep swinging this over and over again. So I'm really interested to play some Junker Queen. Will it be enough to make her super good? I don't know, because Roadhog exists and he just kills her. So yeah, which is the way tanking generally goes in Overwatch at the moment. You know, I've been playing a lot of Orisa, but if the enemy team rolls Roadhog, you can't really do anything against Roadhog apart from play Roadhog into him. Unless you've got your Ana, who is absolutely anti-nading him like into oblivion, and then we are burning him down that way, then yeah, sure. But Roadhog is so dominant in the game, and he's just a better Junker Queen. So this is going to be fun to play with. But if you're playing Junker Queen and the enemy team picks Roadhog, you're dead. Zarya's energy passive gets changed. So, of course, you get this from bubbling targets. You know, when the bubble absorbs damage, you get energy, then you do more damage. It's wonderful. So, energy degeneration reduced from 2.2 to 2 per second. So, you lose less energy per second. That's a really big buff for Zarya. And delay before energy degeneration begins after gaining energy increased from 1 to 2 seconds. So what we've got here is a buff to Zarya's energy potential. She loses it not as fast, and she retains it for slightly longer. This means she's got more opportunity to do damage. Now Zarya, we were in a very strong Zarya meta at the start of Overwatch 2 in Season 1 because her bubbles were up for days, she was getting loads of charge, she was doing loads of damage, you couldn't really kill her. She got stupidly nerfed. Well, not stupidly. She needed to be nerfed, but it was heavily nerfed, and then she just fell out of the meta completely. This is Blizzard trying to push her back into the meta. I mean, she's still not going to be as good as Roadhog and Orisa. This is the problem with all the tanks. It's like, yep, but Roadhog, Orisa. Brig gets a barrier shield change, so the health has been increased from 250 to 300. Now, do you remember when we were promised massive support changes? And I think they still may be coming in Season 3. Does this even do anything to Brig? Okay, it makes her tankier by 50 shield health. Yeah. I think Brig's got other issues, right? I think they even alluded to Brig potentially receiving a pretty big rework in Season 3. So, I don't know. This is just pretty forgettable if you ask me, to be honest. Yeah, it's an extra 50 health. Yeah, it's going to help her absorb 50 more damage. Yeah, that's very useful. I don't think it solves the issues with Brig, though. Moira also gets changes to Biotic Orb. Dealing damage with Biotic Orb now restores a small amount of Biotic Energy because, of course, they want you to be more DPS Moira. So next up, we've got this Battle for Olympus mode. Now, this is a limited time free-for-all of mythic proportions, according to Blizzard. Now, what is unique about this? It's the first, I suppose, special limited time mode that they've actually done for Overwatch 2. Yeah, I think we can probably throw Junkenstein's Wrath of the Bride into this, but I'm kind of going to say we expected Junkenstein's. It wasn't like some new event. This is a new event, and what makes this special in my eyes is it's an event tied to the theme of the Battle Pass, and this is probably something we're going to see more of going forward. So let's just say the next Battle Pass will probably be, I don't know, steampunk themed, or like, let's say outer space themed. Maybe there'll be some sort of a low gravity special limited time mode or something like that. You know, maybe they put us back on Lunar Horizon Colony, Lunar Colony Horizon. Well, what is it? Horizon Lunar Colony. There you go. Maybe they put us back on that. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of what I think they're going for here. So the way this works is there's 7 heroes, and they all get special powers when they activate their divine ultimates that stack new effects on top of the ability. Alongside their divine ultimates, heroes have unique interactions with one another as they ascend from mortal to myth in the battle for Olympus. So there's unique voice lines in this mode, and you know they've tried, right? They've really tried. And also you automatically get the store skins in this event. So again, you could be completely cynical here and go, the whole point of this is just to go, hey, look at these skins, like, do you like playing with them? Go and buy them, which they obviously want you to do. Anyway, Ramattra. So Poseidon Ramatra. Now, they're all called by their skin name. Again, let's drive home the store. Let's go and buy... Well, the Poseidon Ramatra is in the Battle Pass, but Zeus Junker Queen, yeah, okay, she's also in the Battle Pass. Minotaur, Reinhardt, yeah, you get where I'm going with this, right? Anyway, let's take a look at Poseidon Ramatra. So he gets Divine Annihilation. Ravenous Vortex is a large whirlpool that pulls in enemies, then launches them upwards. Pummel throws large water blasts that deal more damage and travel further. Zeus Junker Queen. Divine Rampage lasts 20 seconds. Damage done with Scattergun has a chance to apply an additional lightning damage to her abilities. Now, this is the sort of lightning bolt that comes out of the sky, which does look really cool. And this is the effect that the mythic skin actually has when you throw the dagger into a target. Like a lightning bolt from the heavens comes down. It looks really cool. It's literally the best thing about the skin. Minotaur Reinhardt, Divine Earth Shatter. It lasts 20 seconds, heals when he charges and slams an enemy into the wall. Can charge and pin up to 3 targets at once. Charge cooldown is reduced to 3 seconds. Wall slams deal lethal damage, extend the divine power, and set the next charge cooldown to 0.5 seconds. So, this is pretty cool. Like, remember, these are all on the ultimate. So you use the ultimate, then you get these effects, and then you can just keep going crazy. I mean, the Reinhardt one, you can keep refreshing it if you keep slamming people into a wall. But or at least charging them into the wall. But the issue is, obviously, it's going to be hard to keep doing that over and over again. But pretty cool stuff. Cyclops Roadhog. So Divine Whole Hog. It lasts for 15 seconds, greatly increases your size, and you gain 600 health. You throw boulders that deal massive damage instead of his normal fire. And melee damage is 5 times damage and pushes enemies away. Hades Farah gets Divine Rocket Barrage, lasts for 20 seconds, and she can move during the ultimate ability. Rocket Launcher fires 3-headed rockets. Jump Jet fuel consumption is greatly reduced. Kills heal Farah and extend the duration of the effect. Medusa Widowmaker gets Divine Infrasight. While scoped in, enemies looking at you turn into stone. So you pop your ultimate and scope an enemy. If they look at you, they are literally stunned and you just kill them. Hermes Lucio, Divine Sound Barrier, lasts for 20 seconds. Always able to jump again after jumping off a wall. Boop can always knock enemies into walls for extra damage and a short stun. Attack and move speed greatly increased, and you get infinite ammo. So that's actually a really cool little thing with this, because they're actually going to put a statue of the hero with the most eliminations on the map. But there's a little caveat, right? So this is what they're going to do. Immortalize your favorite hero through a little friendly competition during the Battle for Olympus. The hero with the highest number of kills overall from the event will have their statue placed on the Ilios Ruins arena map to commemorate their victory. Now, I think that means it's just going to be on the free-for-all version of the map, not the actual map. So there's not going to be a massive Roadhog, because let's be honest, it's going to be Roadhog. A massive Roadhog statue on normal Ilios. It's just going to be on a version of the map which is literally never used. This is the new Overwatch 2 event experience. It is no longer, wow, I'm going to earn these skins, and you look at people in the game who have got unlocked a new skin and you're like, oh wow, that's cool. It's no, you just come to the shop and buy the skins. It kills so much of the fun of the game when it comes to collecting items. For me, it's just, I don't know, I'm never going to get over it. But this, right, just look at this, because this is so funny to me. Look at this winged sandals. It's got the battle pass icon. So you click on this and you're like, whoa, why is this here? Like, is this in the battle pass? Well, oh, look, I can purchase the whole bundle here. Again, this doesn't let you buy individually, which, again, is absolutely scummy. Because if you open this window, you might just want to buy this. So just click on, I've literally selected it. Just let me buy this, but it doesn't. Anyway, just come with me. Just come with me. Come with me to the hero gallery. Let's go to Lucio, right? Let's go to, what is this? A collectible, a weapon charm. Let's go down. Look, here it is. Look, winged sandal. It's still got the battle pass icon on it. 700. But I can unlock it here on its own for 700 if I wanted to, but I'm not going to pay $7 for something I can't even see. But whatever, right? It says available in the battle pass. It even prompts you to open the battle pass. It is not in the battle pass. If this doesn't stink of Blizzard ripping stuff out of the battle pass, because this was a Greek-themed battle pass, and throwing them into the store to try and maximize revenue, I don't know what does. But what is more hilarious to me is the fact they haven't changed this. It cannot be that difficult to change an icon, surely. And surely this is an update they could have pushed that doesn't require some sort of massive global game update. And if this changes when the update goes live, because I'm recording this before the update's gone live, guys, for the Olympus battle mode, if it changes, then that's going to be really funny to me, because it means that how have they programmed this game? Like, what are these guys doing? Anyway, I'm not going to buy that. No one's going to buy that. So go away, Blizzard. So let's go back to the shop. My favorite thing ever. Look at this again. Let's just go in on quality control because it is so... This pisses me off, this does. Because, I mean, it's pretty obvious to me that Blizzard are using a ton of external studios to make all of this stuff. But they're not even... It's like they're not even fixing things when they... Or they just can't be bothered. So take a look at this. Now, you might notice something's going on here. Like, what? Crushing blow. Look at that massive hook that I've got. That's the hook from the Cyclops skin. It's not the current hook that Roadhog has got. Now, this is because the model, this animation has been made for the big hook, not for the small hook, because I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't just make it universal. I really don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at this. This might just be me being pedantic. I don't know, guys, but again, that's not the hook for this skin. I mean, it's just not even there. That is the hook for the Cyclops skin, right? And in fact, look, it's small. So here we go. I didn't even realize this. But that is smaller. Look, it's smaller there, much bigger there. So all they've done here is increase the model size of the hook. So surely they could do that for every hook for Hog, but they haven't. Maybe this is something they're just going to sell us in the future. I don't know. But that annoyed me. But the big thing that annoys me with all these skins, guys, if I'm totally honest, it's just the price of them. Like, people have pointed out stuff as well, like the cards, the hero cards. You know, the card I use at the top here. I don't forget what they're even called. Player card, is that what they are? Why isn't the player card for this? Because there is one for this in this bundle. You know, why isn't the player card for the Medusa in this bundle? Why isn't... Yeah, I just don't know. Like, but anyway, look at the price of this, guys. $19, $22, $20, $22. I mean, this is $64 on its own there. $74. You know, this is like... You're in $80 odd plus here for this stuff. And I think this just... For me, when I look at these skins... you know, this is an old Overwatch player speaking, but generally when an event dropped, you were hyped for the skins, you were hyped to experience playing whatever the mode was, but you were hyped to try and unlock the skins as well. And I think for me, like in the game, if I seen somebody with this skin and it was from like this event, I'd be like, wow, that's super cool. But actually in this day and age, it's they've just bought the skin, which is fine. If you like the skin, buy the skin. The game's got to make money somehow, I suppose. But it's just, I don't know, it just takes away from it. And in fact, you know, no, I will tell myself off there, because that attitude of the game's got to make money, so just accept it, is terrible, because they've built these systems and they could have done so much more instead of what they've done. Also, funny thing about the Widow skin, the snakes hiss, but they hiss all the time, so you can just hear them in the game. So someone's got this skin and they're trying to hide this Widow, you can hear them because you just hear. Yeah, it's a nice skin though, but is it $22? All right, guys, thank you for listening and watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, then do like the comment below, like and comment, I should say, and I will catch you lovely lot on the next one. See you soon.